All right. Hello, guys. Welcome to this second streaming that we're doing today. We're going to be working on the project that we were working before, which is the scavenger game. So it is like a remake of a previous game I made that I did just following the Unity tutorials, and I'm planning to remake it in Godot 4 and also using yeah, just the same assets, the images, the music, just to remake it. And then once I have it done, I'm planning to do a video tutorial series in the channel. And I thought that it would be nice just to stream it while I'm making it, so I can bring more content into the channel. Okay, let me just share my screen here. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. All right. Just want to make sure that the streaming is actually, which looks like it is. Yeah, looks like everything's fine here. So yeah, let's go. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna be doing, I'm going to open Godot and just do a review of what was the last thing that we did on the previous videos. So let me just open up here. Right, so we have, this is what we have that we made in the previous video. So if I play the game, this is what we have done so far. So we have the outer walls of the map. We already have it. We already figured out how to generate them. And if we go to the board node, there is a script attached to it. And if we go into it, we'll see that we created this function that is called generate outer walls, that it loops through each cell. And if the cell are the top, all the bottom, all the left and right ones, it will just place randomly one of these, the outer walls instances that we have here. So also something that we did before is to create, we did a diagram. So if I open here, yeah, we have here. So this is the map. This is how it looks like. It is 320 by 320, and each one of the cells are 32 by 32. So we have an amount of 10 by 10 cells, and we have generated the outer walls. And these are the ones that we're making sure that the player is not able to pass by them. So we don't want the player to, to go out of the map, which makes sense. And this is what we have done so far. We made this really interesting utils choose function that we can pass an array to it, and it will randomly give us an item from that array. From that array. So that's how we did randomly choose which wall should generate. So we have it kind of like this. Right now we have only 2, and it should be 3. So let's start working on that. I'm going to remove this pass thing, since it's a statement that we don't need to do anymore. I mean, we never needed to do that in Godot. Just remove this space in here, this comment, also this one, as well as this one. All right. Okay, this is one of the other walls 0. Since that we have, I want to duplicate it and create the third one, because actually we have 3 variations of that. So let's go to the nodes, and I'm going to duplicate the outer wall one. I'm going to duplicate it. I call it outer wall 2, duplicate, and open it up. And here, just rename it 2. And I'm going to change the sprite. Let's see. Okay, we change the sprite. Let's load a new sprites. Let's go to the sprites folder. And in here, we should have the outer wall 2. And here we go. It's this one. Outer wall 2. Yeah, that one. Open. Yeah, there we have it. I'm gonna click on save. And if we go back to the game, here on the board, let's just click on the script. And in here, I am going to add the new other wall we just created to this array. Right? So instead of just typing it, I'm going to have a comma, enter, then click here on the file system panel, drag it, and before just releasing it, I'm going to hold Control, release it, and it should, just give me that code automatically. And I'm going to just remove this since we don't need it. And now, because this is randomly choosing one item from the array, it should work. So save, and let's open the project. And I believe we have 3 variations, right? So we have this one, the one without any, and the one that have 2 rocks. All right, yeah. So this is one variation, another one, and another one. And they're being randomly generated. So this is good. This is exactly what we wanted to do here. So the next steps, the next thing that we need to do is to generate the floor, to generate the inner floor. So let's do that. Let's see. So let's see how can we generate the inner floors. Let's go to the projects, scavengers. Here on the sprites folder, I just want to see how they look like. Actually, in the previous video, we import all of the sprites, but I don't think that we need to do that. So I want to delete all of these imports files. I don't know if that is something that Godot needs, but we'll find out. Import all of these. Then hopefully the engine won't crash by doing this. I hope. Yeah, that's all of them. So then I'm going to delete all of these import files, because I think that we don't need them. Yeah. Okay. So delete. That's all of them, right? If I from the projects, yeah, it is working fine. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so now we are going to generate the inner walls, the inner cells, right? The ground. Let me just see how they look like. Okay, yeah, the engine generated the imports files again. So yeah, that's something that the engine is going to. I will skip with it. Let's go to the sprites, and in here we have wall, and then we have items with scavengers tomatoes icon, soda, tomatoes, wall 0, wall 1. These are inner walls that we're going to be placing in the map. But if we go to okay, yeah, here we have the floor. So from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 variations of floor. Yeah, that shouldn't be hard to implement. But I actually want to see how I did it before, to have an idea. So yeah, so before what I did was to have each floor being a child or a floor parent in the scene. So let's try to follow the parent, the same thing that I did before. So let's open a new scene. It's gonna be 2D. Let's open the 2D view, and in here I'm going to, just as we did before, I'm going to change this to be a sprite. See, sprite. Okay, so here it's called floor parent. All right, so let's do that. Let's name this floor underscore parent, and I'm going to apply a texture to it. So because this is the parent, we don't want it to define the actual texture. The child or the nodes or the scenes that are inherent in this scene are the ones who need to define the sprites. So for now, I just want to put a white rectangle. Click on open, and they are right in the center, which I don't. Yeah, this. Do we want it to be like that, or do we want it to move like here? Let's see. Okay, yeah, let's leave it like that. So I'm gonna save this floor parent scene in the notes folder. Let's create a folder and name it floors. Yeah, that makes sense. Floor, and save it. So now we want to create a new scene that is going to be an instance. Use not, yeah, an instance of another scene. How do we do that? I'm gonna close this. Scene, new inherit scene, and click on the floor parent. Open, and yeah, there we have it. I'm just going to replace the texture. Click on load. Let's go to the sprites folder, and here we have the floor 0. Click on open. Yeah, there we have in the position, and I'm going to rename this floor 0. Enter. I'm going to save this scene as floor 0. All right, now we just need to do that for all of the other floors. So let's go. Inherit scene, floor parents, open. Let's change the texture, load, go to the sprites folder, and rename it, and choose the floor 1. Click open. There we have it. Let's rename the node to be floor 1. Save. Floor1.scn looks good. Click on save. All right. Yeah, you just keep doing that, I guess. Scene, inherit scene, floor parents, open, change the texture. Can I drag it? I think I can drag and drop the sprites. So I have the floor 1, and the next one is going to be the floor 2. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's name this one floor 2. Save it. Floor 2. It's good. Yeah. Inherit scene, floor parent. Floor 3. Drag and drop it, and rename this floor 3. Click on save. Save it as floor3.scn. So do it again. New hero scene, floor parent, floor 4. Name this floor 4. Save it. Floor4.scn. I mean, we could automate this if we wanted, but I don't think it is really worth it. I really like to have it this way because maybe later we want to like have floor with, I don't know, like animation or different properties and things like that. So we might be like doing premature optimization, but yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, scene here and scene, floor parent open, and I'm going to drag the floor 5 texture into the texture property and change the name to floor 5. I'm going to save the scene as floor 5. Click on save. New hero scene, floor parent open, drag and drop the texture, rename it floor 6. On save. Click on enter, save. Looks good. And the last one. So it's going to inherit from floor parent open, drag and drop this one, and click on save. Well, let's rename it first here. Oops. Floor 7, save, and there we have it. All right, so we have all of the floors. We have the floor parents. So I just put a white background as a placeholder. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all of them are different from one another, which is perfect. So let's go back to the game scene, and in here let's go to the script of the board node, and here we want to generate the initial cells. So these cells of the map, which are going to be the floor. So let me just make sure that we know what each one of them mean. Let me just connect it to this node here. All right. So this is a floor. It's a floor that we have here. It's automatically connected. It is connected well here. Yeah. Just put it like that. That is a floor. And then this is the outer wall. So auto. Oh, well, the walls that the player cannot work through. Right. Yeah, I think it looks good so far. Also, I'm going to be sharing the project files in GitHub, and within the project files, I have the project files. I have the Scalidraw file, so you guys can have access to this diagram later. And I might even use this diagram while I'm making the tutorial videos, so that's good. My face looks really white when I change this, when I'm looking at a white screen. See if I can change the dark mode. Alright, yeah, that looks good. But I'd rather to have it white, I think. Alright, so now that we have all of the scenes that correspond to a floor, we just create here on the bold script a new constant. That will be constant and name it scn underscore walls. That will be equals to an array, and this array are going to be all over the wall scenes. So let's go to the nodes folder, and on the floors I'm going to select all of them except for the parent one. Click and drag it here, and while holding Ctrl, I'm going to release the mouse, and yeah, there we have it. I'm going to add a comma on each one of them. Let's have a space here, and then remove the variable declaration since we don't need that now. Move this one as well, and this one. And it should be working. Why am I still getting it? Okay, I need a comma here. That should be it. That should do it. All right, yeah, perfect. Okay, so now we just need to generate the walls, the floors. I name it walls, so let's rename it floors. And let's create a function here that will be generating the walls, the floors, sorry. So create a function name generate floors, open and close parentheses, and let's just type all everything that we're doing here. So it's going to return nothing, so it will be void. This one also doesn't return anything. Yeah, they will. All right. So let's now loop through. I need actually virtual space here. So let's go to the editor settings, and I believe there should be something. So scroll past end of file. Yeah, we want that. Let's click on. So yeah, I can scroll way past the last file. All right, so here we're going to loop through the map, but we need to remember that we don't want this row, neither this row, and we don't want this column, neither this column. So we'll say here for x in range. So I'm going to say that it will be a range that will go instead of going from 0, it's gonna go from 1. So instead of going from here, you go from here. So we'll say range from 1 to, it'll be viewport width. Yeah. Viewport width, and the steps it's gonna be taking through each loop will be cell size width, right? And because we also want to skip the last well, this is x, the last it should be here. So let's keep it the first one, the first row. You also want to skip the last one. So here in the viewport width, we'll say you'll be minus. So minus cell width. That should do it. Yeah, that should do it. And on this one, we'll say 4. So we are looping on x. So this is going row by row, skipping the first one and the last one. So now we want to loop for each row, each column. So when we are half x1, then it will go down. And we want to skip the first column and the last column. So for y in range, and the range is gonna go from 1 to viewport. This is viewport height minus cell size height, and the steps it's going to be cell size height. All right, let's console log. Not console log, that's JavaScript. Let's print x and y, x and y, to see what we have so far. So we're going to call the generate floor function in ready. Generate floors. It's from the project, and that went from 11. Oh, okay, I see what's happening here. Just space. From the project. So we have 1. Okay, guys, I need to just open the door just a second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So I see that it is starting one, one, which is not what I was expecting, to be honest. We actually wanted to start to skip the first. We want X, right? To skip the first column. Yeah, X represent column. Let's see, X. So yeah, an X represents a column and Y represents a row. So we want X to skip the first and the last one. Instead of putting a 1 here, we actually want to start the range from cell size width as well as the Y. We'll start from cell size height. So now we have 32, 32, 32, 64, and 32, 256. So if we go to the view and we show the things that with that for messing around, and I click on this one and I put it say this is the player, and here we have that its position. Wait, I want to be like this. Actually, it was good. So if its position is 0, let's go to the top corner. So let's see. So let's make the offset 16 by 16 and position it here. And we see that its position on X is 256, which is what we have here. It's 156, and it should be the same for down here. So on X should be 155. Okay, 256, which is correct. Yeah, the very last position is gonna be 256 by 256, both on X and Y. All right, so let's hide the playground here. Let's go back to the board, and in here we'll say we're going to declare a variable that's going to be called floor underscore instance. It's going to be equals to in the util script, we're going to call the function choose, which is going to randomly return an item from an array. And we're going to pass the scene floor array. So we'll say scn underscore floors dot instance. If the function is called that instantiate, just like here. And then we are going to set the position of the floor instance that position. I actually want to say, let's see, 28. Let me just see what is the type of this. So type of resource. This type of resource. So for that food that instantiate. Okay, so can I have a can I type an array in Godot? Let's find out. Dot type array. I'm not sure if we can type an array. Static typing of array syntax. A note for anyone finding this now, JavaScript 2 in Godot 4 now supports type array in the current alpha. Okay, array integer. So we'll say here, this is an array. Oops. This is array. And the type is going to be row of resource. That's for the floor. So it should find out that. So let's see. If I say since floor, here since floor, we want the first item that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So here the floor instance. I don't think the Godot is gonna be able to figure this out. No, definitely no. I mean, I can put the return type of the choose function, but we can return a random item of an array, and the array can be anything, and I wanted to keep it like that. Okay, Heirik Little. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Okay, let's see. So let's just keep it like that. But I wish we could type dynamically this, so we can know what's what this is. So you got type. Podcasting, yeah, this is good. Okay, we can say as. Okay, yeah, that's good. So this will be as resource. I'll put parentheses here. And then that instant. Right. Marcus Vinicius said Godot have a function pick random. Oh, really? Okay, that's good. Let's look into that. Let's look into that function. So pick. Oh yeah, pick random. Returns a random value from the target array. Prints an error and returns null if the array is empty. Okay, yeah, perfect. So we don't need this util script. So instead of saying util.choose, we'll say cn floor dot pick random. Yeah, random. And whatever it returns, oops, say that Let's figure out the type. Int, yeah, instantiate, instantiate. Just a variant. Okay, so I can say as resource since I know what the type is. Harivik said, didn't know they already implemented array typing. Yeah, I didn't know either. I just find out right now. I was looking into the documentation. I found this answer on the forum. Right, so SimFloor, pick random as resource. If I say that I don't have auto competition. Let me see. Uh, instant? No. Let's see who is inheriting resource. Okay, so the instantiate is not coming from resource, it's actually coming from something else. Instantiate. It's from packaging. I believe this one. Instantiate. Class DB. No. Yeah, it should be this one. Okay, packaging. Yeah. A simplified interface to a sim file provides access to operation and checks that can be performed on the same resource itself. It can be used to save a node to a file when saving the nodes as well as all the nodes in once get saved. Okay, so use load instead of reload, but it's a no. A compile sign. Instance. Okay, so it's actually an array of packaging that we have. So here I would say array packaging, enter packaging with that. That's it. Okay, yeah, perfect. Then I'll say here var underscore instance. Should do it. Yeah, perfect. Now I can have auto completion here. So say, for instance, that position. See, no. I need to put this here, maybe. That position. Oh, come on. Instantiate returns what? Okay, instantiate returns a node. And yeah, a node doesn't necessarily have a position. So I can say that this is I don't know. What are these guys? Sprite. And sprite inherent for node 2D. So could say it's a sprite 2D. Sprite 2D. Now let's say that no. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the TSCM files are loaded as package instead of resources. Alright. With instantiate, you return the node version of the package scene. Also, if you can use function shuffle, it's basically randomize order of the array. Alright. Function shuffle. So it's randomized order. Right. All right. I'm not sure that I do understand that one. Can you give me an example of that, Marcos? That would be useful. Because I know that if I say that position equals to a vector 2 and vector 2 of x and y, I know you will work. You'll place the position, but I'm not sure why am I not getting the compensation here. It has position, right? Inherits node to D, and node to D has a position. Yeah, so why not? Why don't I have that? All right, let's play the scene and see if it works. If it is working, and it's not because we are not adding the instance. So let's say add child. So everything is going to be added to the board, which makes sense to me. And we'll add the floor instance. Let's run the project. Okay. All right, yeah, it's working. But there is an offset issue, which I thought we wouldn't be having it because this is how the floors look like. I thought that the position of an instance scene will be relative to the origin here. So let me see if I instance, let's say the floor 1 open, and I put out 0. So its position right now is 0, right? 16 by 16. Huh? Why? Position 16, 16. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. So it needs to be 232. Okay, so it looks like the position here, it doesn't really matter because when you instance a node, a scene, it's not contained within anything. It's just the parent that gets into the scene right away. So here on the floors parent, I'm going to set an offset of. First, I'm going to put the position of it to 0, 0, since it is going to be overridden, and then I will set the offset to 16 by 16. So the pivot point is at the top left. Yeah, that's good. Okay, click on save. If I go to the other child, they should have it the same. Okay, yeah, cool. Let's remove this instance here, and if I run the project, we should have, okay, perfect. Now we have our inner floors, just as we planned it here. Right. Okay, see, like I have deck of cards. I want to alter more random. All right. Let's see, shuffle. Let's try that out. So here, shuffle. Okay, so this function shuffle is on the array. Shuffle. Okay. Shuffle the arrays such that the items will be will have a random order. This method uses the global random number generator common to methods such as random integer call to ensure that a new seed will be used each time if you want number probability shuffling. All right, yeah, that's cool. But I don't want to like randomize the items within the array. I just wanted to be in the same order. I mean, it doesn't really matter to be honest if we do that or not. But let's just keep it like that. Or that's good to know. That's a good one. All right, that's a good one. Okay. All right. So right now we have the outer walls and the floor. So what's next? With that, what do we need to do next? We need to randomize the position of each item, right? So let's actually go to YouTube really quick and just look at an example of how I did it before. So if I go back to one of my first videos, let's look. So the next thing will be to have the exit always at the top right of the inner wall. We need to place the exit, and then we need to place randomly inner walls and items. All right. So I guess that the inner walls they have a transparent background, right? It'll make it easier for us to let's go to the sprite, and we have outer walls. See, outer walls 0, and you have wall. Well, they don't have a transparent background, but it doesn't matter since I mean they have a ground color. So actually what we'll be doing, we're going to like draw on top here, or replace them. I guess we can just draw on top. Let's see how I did it here. Yeah, so this is the way I did it. Like the floors, they don't have any collision, which makes sense. But the inner walls here, they do have a collision. So we can just draw on top of them. It doesn't matter. I think that's okay. Okay, Marcos has said the shuffle function I'm using loot for quits for a quits game. Yeah, that is a good use to randomize things on a quits game. On a quit game. Okay. It's so amazing how Godot, the editor, has changed so much since the beginning. I I used I used Godot way back, like 7 years ago, 2016. That was the first time I discovered it, and I really like it. Like the no scene way of working, it just like click with me right away. I mean, visually it has changed. Like it stayed the same, but at the same time change. If that makes sense. Okay. Right. So let's do the random generation of the inner walls. That shouldn't be really hard to do. So we have generate outer walls, generate floors. So now we will create a function. Okay. Let's create a function named generate inner walls. You want to take anything as a parameter, and you want to return anything, so it will return void. So in here, we're going to. Okay, first we need to like randomize the amount. Like we need to tell it how many inner walls it should generate, like a range. Like okay, this is the minimum amount that you should generate, and this is the maximum amount that you should generate. And from that, we should just pick a number. Yeah. Let me see how I did it before. So scavengers, scripts should be the bore. Let's see how I did it here. Okay, so I have a wall count, which I guess this is the inner wall, the inner walls, right? And I have an instance of class count. Class count. In class count, okay, class count is just a minimum and maximum, so it holds minimum and maximum. So I say okay, class count should be a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 9. Let's see how I can generate it. Layouts are random. Oh, this is cool. I actually made a function layout at random. Initial list. What? Random position. Okay. So let's see this function. Scene array. See what okay, layouts as random, scene walls, minimum and maximum. So I am doing. Okay, so first I am seeing the amount of them that I should generate. Then I'm creating a loop, so that makes sense. Then I am randomly choosing an item from the array, and the position comes from the random position, and random position comes from here. So random position is a position from Okay, from 0 to the grid positions. All right, so I see what I'm doing. Like I have grid positions that it has all of the positions in the board, in the map, and as I am adding items like a food or an inner wall, I remove that position from there, which makes sense because we don't want to. I mean, we are randomly, so see, we are randomly placing things, right? So we are randomly placing things around. So let's put it here. Yeah, so we are randomly placing things around, right? Yep. I duplicate something. But the next time I am choosing a random position, I don't want that random position to be the same one. So it'll be nice for us to keep an array of all the grid positions. That'll be a good idea. Okay. How about create util function to instance the node on parent like, let's see, like variable instance equal utils instance on parent, and I will pass a scene, a position, and the parent. Actually, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's try that out. Actually, let's try it out. Let's go to the utils. Okay, let me just put a fast statement so we stopping getting error. And let's go to the scripts folder utils, and in here, the function name instance on parents. Instance. So we'll take the scene that we want to instance, right? So scene to instantiate position, but we want to instantiate it too. Then the parent node. And then it will return the instance. So it wants to return a node. Okay. It'll return a node. So we'll say, let's say var instance equals to scene to instance. So this is going to be a package scene. Okay. Scene. It's going to be vector2. Vector2. And the parent node is going to be a node, right? So here, scene to instantiate that instantiate, and let's set the instance position. I mean, this is of course, we are saying that the instance will be a node to d. It needs to be a node to d for us to set the position. It would be nice if we have something in kind of like we have in TypeScript, like in pass like package scene, and then I will pass what is the the parent, the main node of that scene. I could say like node to d or something like that, but I don't think we have that. Instantiate function. Where is it? Is it the instantiate? Okay, here the instantiate function just returns a node. So yeah. What if I force it to be a node to d, just like we did before? And I can say that position. It's weird, like why I'm not able to say that position if I am saying that it is a node to d. Let's see. So if I say no to d that new, say that position. Okay, yeah, it works. So let's put a type of node and say scene instant dot instantiate, and then that both see, yeah, like why not no to the okay. So let's do it like this better. Yeah, I think this is better. That position is going to be equals to the position, and then we'll say parent know that a child, and we'll add the instance, and then we can return the instance in case we want it, or we can just ignore it, but let's just in case we don't need it. You can check if instance is node to d. All right, yeah, that's true. I can check. Yeah, I remember that Godot has something like that. So I can say if instance. Yeah, that's a good one. So we can say instance is. How do you check that in Godot? Is instance of. Yeah, service. Okay. Is node to d. I mean, at this point, it'll be node to d because I am doing this, right? Or will Godot like check it internally? That's a good question. That's a good question. So I can say here instance. So if I remove the as from here, I can say instance dot position. Okay, it's same position because I'm checking if it is node to d, right? But if I say something that it is just a node, then I try to call position. It makes sense. So node to d instance that position equals to the position that the desired position. Let's remove this one from here. Then add the instance to the parent node and return the instance. Alright, instance of parents. Good. So here in the board script, we are going to say we need to remove this one, but let's do it here. So here I'll say notice that instant on parent. I'll pass, or how do they forget? I'll pass. I think we should pass first the parents, like parent child position, instead of child position parent. Yeah, that's parent child position. Okay. So parent, then a random floor. No, wait, parent. So parent, it will be this. Parent, child, and then the position. It's a vector too. So the position will be X and Y. Yeah, that's those. Identify this not declare in the current scope. What? I believe in Godot itself, right? Okay. Alright, perfect. And we can do the let's first see if it is working. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is way more readable. And I can copy this here. Instead of scenes floor, you'll say scene outer walls. Space here so we can easily see that this is function. It's another one. Okay, yeah, cool. You know what? It would be nice if we have. I think in Godot we can pass callbacks, right? So it'd be nice to have like a in the utils script like a function that we can pass a callback, and it will loop passing X and Y. Like double it will double loop something like that. But I think it will be too much. Yeah, it will pass too many parameters or not. Yeah, it'll be too many parameters. Okay. Okay, looking good. All right, so back to placing the inner words. I have here a grid positions. Let's see how I initialize the grid position here. Initialize list. So the first thing I did was to clear the position, and then I went from 1 to columns. How many columns does it have? Columns 8. Okay, so I'm counting the grid position only contains the inner positions. All right. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. What if the I actually have like an idea. What if the instead of looping every time we actually have the array of grid position contain the whole map, like the whole grid, all of the position, even the other walls, and then place the other walls and remove those positions from the grid position as well, adding it. And then yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I mean that would be a way to do it, because it looks like we are generating the outer walls on the way, and then the inner walls well using this logic of using the grid position, which is different. And I wanted just to generate each one of them in the same way. Okay, so Marcus Vinicius said, also why not use export variable scenes floor as a real package scene? We can do that. I mean, I don't use the export thing a lot in Godot. We can try that. So let me just try that down here to see how it look like. You look like constant. What is it? Sport variable since let's just name it puts, and it will be of array of packet scene and equal to an empty array. So if I click on the board, we'll see SEM foods, which is our name. So if I click here, the size, okay, and then add element. Can I nodes floor? Yeah, too good to be true. So I guess I will have to add it one by one. I mean, we can do this, but don't want to like. I wouldn't say like it's better or worse. It's just a different way of doing it, and it'll clean the code for sure. So we'll have something more like this and this, like that. So now that I see, we need to type a thing over there. Let's do that actually. Let's do that. Let's do it that way. Since I am thinking of doing this, making this project into a tutorial, it'll be good to integrate. Maybe actually in the tutorial we can do it both way, like doing it here and then just show it using the export. That would be nice. Can I export a constant? Yes, no. Notation export cannot be applied to a constant. That makes sense. Makes sense, I think. So let's do that. Bar at at, at export. Let's say bar. Let's say at export. So, okay, the good thing is that it already placed them here. Why doesn't this one shows anything? Zero, 1, 2. I wish Godot before that it will like automatically switch when I click on a node. It will switch to the corresponding editor. Let's see if we can configure that. Switch. Click. Spectrum. For color picker. Thing. Editor. Spectrum. I think it will be named Spectrum. Shallow level, open type features, default flow type, disable forging, autumn fall, open result equal inspector, resources to open a new inspector. Yeah, okay. Godot 4 inspector need little bit improvements, still bit buggy. Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of things that they can improve and work. I haven't found any issues, to be honest, yet. Or maybe I have, but I haven't noticed them. But I believe there was an option in the editor settings that I can make the behavior as it was before. Constantly play, let's see, main fonts, separate distraction mode, automatically open screenshots, single window mode, asset dialog, cancel OK buttons, okay, show date spinner. Oh, it's that one. OJ continuously localize, enable pseudo localization, inspector in the screen. Show scene tree root selection, file system docs. So I thought it was an action. Let's see. But change scene. Click on node. Script. Yeah, Godot uh, switch back to editor. Okay, I have okay. The settings should be editor settings, text editor, behavior, navigation, stay in script editor on no select. Yeah, I knew. Okay, text editor. So there, behavior. Okay. So move current, scroll past end of file, smooth scrolling, drag and drop selection, send in script editor on no selected. This is what I don't want. So now if I do here, boop, if I open this, see if I open. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. It makes more sense for me to have it that way. Okay, so we said that we'll be using this the the export. What do we want to do that? I wonder what this one is now showing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2. Yeah, oh, I believe that's what you just say about what Marcos Vinicius said about the Spectre being a little bit buggy. All right, let's just keep like that. Seeing outer walls, in floor. Okay, so I was thinking about having all the grid position in an array, which I think it is a good idea. That's the next thing I want to do. Have all of the grid position in an array, and as I am adding things to it, remove those positions. And of course, that doesn't count the floors since they don't occupy a position, they just a background. And that is something we're going to be doing on the next stream because right now I need to go out and do a few things. But once I finished, I will be back because this is interesting. This is something interesting to do, and I want to do it. Actually, you know what? I think that if we do this, follow Vinicius' suggestion, it'll be more clear. So why not? Why not do it? So we want 3 here. 0, 1, 2. Yeah, you see? You saw that? If I put the 2 on here. Why does the 0, the 1, like they are practically the same? Alright. Let me just add that again. It's gonna be 3. So 0, 1, and 2. What if I create a new folder and name it outer walls and then move those resources here? It's gonna attack them, right? Will that happen if I have something like this? I don't know. Let's see. If I move the float 0 out, I save. Yeah, you'll get an error. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's do the inspector thing. Okay, scene floor. One, two, three, four, five, six. There are eight. From 0 to 7. Let's pass it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's safe. And I'm going to remove these. Oh crap, I hope to remove them. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. Next time on the next live stream, I think I'm gonna be doing it today. Um, we're going to track all of the grid position, and as we are adding the other walls, I'm going to remove them from the positions available and then add the inner walls and the foot. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming back, coming by here. And it has been fun. This is my second time streaming. I hope it gets better and I get better at streaming. So yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.